Hello, it's Ricardo and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. Well, as we know, update 15 hit us, so to speak, last week, and with it became the access to the maelstroms. It came with revenants, patrolling bases, and more things we have no doubt not discovered yet, and a host of hot fixes along with tweaks to the user interface. But now, as I'm sure you're probably going to be aware, and as sure as death and taxes, update 15.01 is to be released on Thursday during an extended downtime window. The update notes are here. We're going to take a look at the hotfix notes and discuss them. Update 15 has been with us for about a week now, and with it, it brought access to the maelstroms. We saw the huge Titan mothership, or whatever it is, inside the maelstrom. We collected new materials. We went down to Thargoid controlled bases in Thargoid controlled space to do AX power restore missions and encountered the Revenant. We also encountered several problems, particularly in regards to collaborative play with these new AX power missions. We found the missions in varying states. Power may not be switched on with a regulator inside. There may be no regulator inside the housing of the power station and power would be on. Anyway, it would be a right mess, and we found that to be in the collaborative play, playing with friends in a private group, doing those missions as a team. But there have been a number of issues of note that have been addressed in update 15.01, and that's going to drop on Thursday the 18th of May 2023, with some extended downtime following the regular routine server downtime that we have on every Thursday. A fix has been implemented so that Caustic Sink Launchers can now be engineered. This is a good one because we were able to engineer it beforehand, and then after update 15 it went into experimental. Now you could engineer caustic heat sinks or caustic sink launchers pretty much the same as you could engineer the heat sinks, with typically the same recipe. So it was a no-brainer. You went from 5 ammo in there up to 7. It was really great when dealing with that caustic damage. The Thargoid scouts are now no longer acting with excessively increased firepower. This is brilliant because normally you could just blaze through scouts. But since update 15, they've been imbued with additional firepower and attitude. So they've been tweaked. Propulsion elements have been added to caustic generator loot. Great stuff, because we'd be in that maelstrom looking for propulsion elements, and they weren't anywhere to be seen. Fortunately, I collected a load of those and was unable to collect any more, but I had sufficient amounts to do what I had to do in regards to the field neutralizer. Selecting a group of fleet carriers in a system in the system map now shows the fleet carriers tab of the points of interest panel. Good for them. A fix has been implemented to address inconsistent turret fire from the Titan. I don't know what they mean by inconsistent. Should it be firing all the time? What? I don't know. I mean, you pretty much got in there scot-free if you had a cold enough ship to go in and scrape off all those different materials that we've been scraping off, especially in the streams on the weekend. So when they say inconsistent turret fire from the Titan, that's going to be an interesting thing to go and find out. And here's an update of note that I have noticed when going through my Orthrus version 2 build and my hunt for an Orthrus. Scenarios have been rebalanced in order to improve chances of which the Orthrus or Thargoid probes can be found. Great, because that was getting ponderous to say the least. A fix has been implemented for a crash that could trigger when disembarking at unknown surface sites. Okay, not had that one. A fix has also been implemented to address excessive heat being generated when commanders are hit by the Maelstrom Pulse Wave. Pushback Wave thing. The Thargoid Pulse that the Thargoid Neutralizer tends to counteract. Now I thought that was by design because you incurred an awful lot of heat, and that would be something why you needed to have a heat sink also in there as well. But obviously it's been fixed. because that is what they say here, excessive heat being generated. A fix has been implemented to address instances where ship-launched fighters would take excessive damage from glaive missiles. Okay. A fix has been implemented to address instances where ship-launched fighters would become targeted for containment missiles by the glaive. Okay. Thargoids are no longer able to get themselves potentially stuck when investigating canisters. There you go. A fix has been implemented to address a large visible wall in the large ship landing pad at the Beach Engineer Base. The Beach Engineer Base. I've not been there. I'll have to go and have a look at that. And then there's been notable changes to the systems in invasion state. A successfully prevented invasion will now be better reflected within the game. All good stuff. Upon the invasion's defeat, a notification will be sent to all present commanders. Thargoids will stop appearing at all conflict zones, and most conflict zones will subsequently dissipate. Most conflict zones. Interdictions will cease and signal sources caused by Thargoid attacks will come to a stop. The HUD has also received some minor changes for when commanders are present in a defeated invasion system and on the pre-jump warning towards that system. So great, that's a good thing about the invasion state. Now, for awareness, commanders, you may experience an issue whereby after gaining a bounty on your ship with a warrant being issued on said ship, if you hand yourself in at an on-foot concourse terminal, a Scarlet Crate error will occur, and on respawn at a detention facility. I think I had that myself. If you re-enter the game after the Scarlet Crate connection error, you will be able to resume gameplay without further connection errors or blockers. However, the stream with the warrant on it, the ship with the warrant on it, will be impounded, which will turn warrants into a release-free payment to free it. What? If you re-enter a game after the Scarlet Crate connection error, you will be able to resume gameplay without further connection errors or blockers. That's the Scarlet Crate. I get that. However, the ship with the warrant on it will be impounded. I see. Yes, I've had this. This has been a right pain. Important note regarding the issue above. If you gain a bounty on your ship with a warrant being issued on the ship and hand yourself in via the local services while remaining in the ship, instead of on foot at a terminal, this issue does not occur and you will respawn at the detention facility in ship. It is always, as always, commanders, thank you for your commitment and dedication to Galaxy, blah blah blah. Okay, so there's been no mention of like where you find these AX missions, because they weren't always there at Invasion State Thargoids. There was no given recipe for that. Good things of note there that I've actually seen myself is the Propulsion Elements. There's been, the Caustic Sink Launcher can now be engineered, and the Scouts were rock hard. Absolutely rock hard. So to be perfectly honest with you, I think a good update 15.01. I wonder if we're going to see a 15.02. Anyway, this is the hotfix for the update, and that's going to be update 15.01, which will be with us on Thursday the 18th of the 5th 2023, following an extended maintenance downtime, and service, they say, will be online at approximately 11 AM British Standard Time. Thank you very much for watching, Commander, and going through the update 15.01 release notes with me. Any problems, give us a shout. We're always happy to answer questions on stream on Saturday and Sunday, where we have some laughs and hijinks, typically around about 3 PM GMT on a Saturday and a Sunday, where we stream Elite Dangerous. I've been Ricardo. Thanks for watching. See you soon.